Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Cape Rugby TV. It's nice to have you with us. We're, of course, focusing on the semi-finals that were held at City Park this past week. And, of course, big thanks to Super Sports Schools for supplying the footage. Of course, the matches were streamed on the Super Sports Schools app. And fantastic to have the clips from them. Folks, before we go to the Marties versus Villagers game, let's just take a look at some of the other results that came in over the weekend. Paarl region, of course, saw Allendale go down to Paarl Rangers, 29 points to 26. Lower Paarl went down to Young Standards, or at least beat Young Standards, 18-5. And then Simonium 24-7 over Parel United. And then it was a win for Young Gardens over Riverstones. And that, of course, my understanding is then that Young Gardens then wins the Paarl region log. So we'll have more about that next week, in fact. So we've got some time. Let's quickly take a look now at the Promotion League logs. These matches, of course, been rolling out as well. Sitting at the top of the pile on the Promotion League is Strand United, followed by Atlantis, then it's Gardens, and then Elsie's Raffier. Now, Gardens has played their games, so it is a really, Jerome, if you look at these matches here now, Strand United, Atlantis, and Elsie's Raffier, as well as Solarians, but really it's now between Strand United, Atlantis, and Elsie's Raffier. They've each still got one game to play. It's going to come down to the wire. Elsie's Raffier are still in with a chance to make it into the promotion space. So this coming weekend, Solarians are up against Atlantis. We can see the fixtures here now. Titans and Manenberg Rangers, Young Wesley's and Elsie's Raffier, and Whistling Wheels and Strand United. So Whistling Wheels, Strand United, these are going to be the game breakers today. It is down to the wire if we look at where these teams are sitting on the log.
Yeah, if you look at Whistling Wheels, I think they still have 2 games in hand. If I look at they played 6 games, so I think they still got. So for them, they might still have a chance. But Elsie's River also, they've done well this year, so I think they want to have a good game.
Yeah, well, Elsie's River are going to have to win with 5 points, and then I believe they're going to need, in terms of their points difference, they're going to need something like 25 points difference as well. I'm not 100% sure, but so Elsie's River are still in the mix with that, and Whistling Wheels, like you say, they could get 10 points from their next 2 games. Is down to the wire, and of course those 3 teams then get promoted.
Yep.
Yeah. Right, folks, so it's going to be really exciting. But let's go now to the match between Marties and Villagers. This was a big game. I played on the A field at City Park this past weekend. Right, there we go, Jerome. Marties, Villages, I mean, that game just, the margin just got smaller and smaller watching that. And I must say, it just looked to me like both teams were very even.
Yeah, it was. I'm actually surprised, and a heads up to the young Marty team. Because remember, they played Wednesday evening against Unimilnerton. A tough game. I was at that game. Very tough. I didn't think that they would come out and put up another performance like this. So it just has the energy that these youngsters have is really to come off a game Wednesday and play Saturday like they've played here. Just watching this first half, and still the energy that they bring. They didn't make it easy for Villagers in this first half.
All right, well, Marties were, of course, leading at halftime there. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the second half. Right, Jerome, there we go. Final result, and of course the win going in favour of Marties. I must say, I kind of thought Villagers looked a little bit tired. I know they had a rest, but am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Am I right?
They look like the team that played Wednesday and not Marties.
Yeah.
So it's like, but it's terrible. But I think Kabamba Fleurs would be happy with this result. I mean, the first season that he's in charge. So it's a great build-up for him going to next year's Varsity Cup.
You know what? I'm so glad that you actually mentioned Kabamba Fleurs, because one of the things that for me that stood out at City Park, and just congratulations, by the way, there to Marties. They, of course, now are going to go into finals against Helderberg. So they'll have a chance to rest now, Jerome. Marties will rest a little bit. Helderberg's on form. I mean, it's going to be an enormous weekend of rugby at City Park.
Yeah, look, it's going to be big, and just seeing there, we thought like when the other clubs are done playing, a lot of the supporters will go, but just watching this game, it was still packed till the end. So that's
well, I think that's, well, now I'm going to come to what I was going to say to you, is that being at City Park on Saturday was actually amazing. You mentioned Kabamba Fleurs, and then it was so fantastic to see all of the guys from so many different teams bumping into Ashik Wise and you know, I mean, the list goes on and on. Peter Links and the guys. And as I keep thinking about it, all the Western Province club executive members standing around the fence talking about club rugby. Everybody was there to enjoy the game. I mean, it really was, again, a fantastic day of club rugby.
Yeah, it was perfect. And for me, just to watch how proud the spectators are with their colors. If it's green or it's blue or it's white. Everybody with their colors on, and like if their teams win, you can see they walk like they're walking in the air, and just the way they walk and things, which is good. They must have that, and it's perfect. And I mean, there's a lot of banter between the two. When Hamad Diaz were playing, bantering because the one team sit on the one side, one team on the other side, and they sing, and then the other team is quiet. So that's great.
Yeah,
Really
and I must say also to the guys from City Park for putting on an excellent show. There was great. There's a nice to have the tuck shop there. That really looked good, and of course the volunteers as well that were there. Carla Norkia keeping score, Danny Jones, Faisal Felton, Denzel, the whole team that was putting on such a fantastic exhibition. Just once again, big thanks to Super Sports Schools for supplying the footage. Jerome, any predictions for the weekend? You've got about 15 seconds. Marties Helderberg.
No, that I won't do any predictions this week because it's so tight, and I'll give them the till Saturday or later. Yeah.
No predictions then. Yeah, no predictions. But of course, while the matches are going on at City Park, starting at about 11, don't forget the Promotion League is going on as well. That's going to go down to the wire this weekend. Strand United, LC Safir, Whistling Wheels, Atlantis. These are the teams that are all in the mix. Folks, that's a wrap from us this evening. We'll see you again next week, same time, same place. Otherwise, we'll see you at City Park on Saturday. Have a fantastic rugby weekend. Bye-bye.